day, guys. Beautiful afternoon. So welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification button so you know exactly when I come on. I appreciate all of you for what you do. What am I talking about at this hour? It's all about passing the state board exam. Okay. Lately, I've been showing you guys a lot of practice style questions, and they are all important. What's the best way to actually prepare for this? This is one of the many ways you have to take those practice exam questions. Now, quickly, the next exam is coming up in about 4 weeks, okay? And we are gearing up for that, okay? At this point, you should have had at least 2 practice exams already done, right? You've checked it out, you figured out where the knowledge gaps are. The reverse might be the case. You've figured out how strong you are towards the exam, okay? Practice exams are very important. I can't say it enough. A lot of you took the PEAT, and I've shared with you guys openly. When I took my exam, I did not take the PEAT, okay? But I passed. I'm not saying you should not take the PEAT. Either way, make sure those practice exams, guys, because that's part of when I say the truth of the truth of the truth. It will reveal to a lot of us areas of strength and also areas of weakness, right? And so we have to know that. Now, and I've also shared with you guys on this channel, okay? I feel it's almost impossible to pass this exam if we don't pass or if we don't pretty much answer a lot of the questions in the three main areas, guys. Sorry, I don't know why my screen went dark, guys. In the 3 main areas, right? Musculoskeletal, cardiovascular, and the nervous system. They are heavy. They almost make up for 60% of the exam. And so once again, in my analysis, it's almost impossible to pass this exam if we don't do pretty well in those 3 areas. If you check out some of my practice questions, I've been covering stuff on musculoskeletal, okay? I've covered some stuff on the nervous system. Everything is important, right? I can't say one thing is important and the other one is not important, but what I'm saying is those 3 main areas out of the 5 make up for almost 60% of the exam. I've said this also so many times. There's going to be 180 hot questions. This exam hits differently, and we have to be well structured to pass. And you can pass. So you see, in my analysis, guys, just talking to some of you, it's not always 1 or 2 things, right? For some of you, your knowledge base is strong. Like a lot of you right now, you're actively studying. You've read a lot, and your knowledge base is very high. Maybe it's your test taking skills. For some of you, your knowledge is probably lower, okay? And then for some of you, it's just maybe level of comprehension. So for everybody, it's different. For every single person, it's not going to be the same thing. But regardless of wherever you are right now in your journey, I'm here to reassure all of you that you can pass. Check out the video where I talk about things like when we have our questions on those practice questions. I talked to you guys briefly about strategies, right? How to look at key words, how to figure out key things that they're looking for, and stuff like that. When you come into the workshop, I go into detail. That's what I do, right? And I've told you a lot of you on this channel, when you come in, I don't teach from scratch. Okay, I've said that so many times. I don't start over like, let's say, for example, scoliosis, guys. This is what scoliosis is: curvature of the spine. How does it present? It presents with, of course, leg length discrepancy. Okay, shoulder asymmetry, and all this other stuff. No, I go into the meat and potatoes of what you need to do to pass the exam. I've shared with you guys a lot of things, and I'll say it again. For every topic out there, for every pathology, right? There's so many ways they can ask you a question on that one thing. That's what I think, right? And so when you come into the workshop, I show you how to prepare yourself to be able to answer that question, regardless of however it is presented. However it's presented, whether it be any topic out of the 5, for you to be able to go in there and excel. And think about it, guys. You only have 6 lifetime attempts to get this. It's not like 60, it's not like 1600, it's not like 65 lifetime attempts. We only have 6 lifetime attempts to get this, right? And I want you to get it. So if you tried the first time, did not succeed, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, guess how many times you have to get it? One. So for a lot of you that took review courses out there, and of course, I would never dishonor any review courses out there, okay? Because I've checked them out myself. I know what they're about. But what I'm saying to you right now is this, okay? If you tried all those review courses and have not achieved success, something has to change immediately. There's bits and parts of the puzzle that are missing, and we have to correct that immediately. We can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result, right? We all agree with that. So come to the workshop. We host workshops on weekends, on weekdays. It all depends on the demand. A lot of you want to get more information like, okay, what is this workshop all about? When can I sign up? Very simple. You send an email to my email address. It's AKALUSO, the number 40 at gmail.com. That's all you need to do. Send me an email and I'll chat with you and then take it from there. Of course, the workshop is not free, right? Everything I show you guys on YouTube, of course, that is free, but the workshops are not free. You want more information? Send an email. It's that simple. Very, very simple. Okay. But we have to get this done. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. Imagine that you pay for this exam and it's probably like what, 600 and something dollars, and you did not pass. Okay. So now you have to go pay that money again. Second time, did not pass. Now you have to pay that money again. Third time, did not pass. Now you have to pay that money again. 600 and something dollars each time. We want to get this. I know we can get this. Like I said earlier, guys, for some of you, your knowledge base is very high. You have what it takes. It's there. You just need maybe test taking strategies, maybe work on your discipline when it comes to time when you're answering questions. Because think about it, we don't have all day in the exam, right? We only have 4 hours to take this exam. So time is important, knowledge base is important. A lot of things are important, right? And I've also shared with you, a lot of you, when you're taking those practice exams or practice questions like the ones I present, the ones I do present, please don't memorize those questions. It's just it's a waste of time. I want you to spend more time understanding a lot of things. The more you understand, you would notice that you don't have to do a lot of memorization. I mean, some things need to be remembered, right? Like certain numbers and all that stuff. We have to remember those things, right? Because they might be asking about stuff like that, you know. So certain numbers we have to memorize. Like for example, if they're asking you if you're studying things like average adult range of motion for the shoulder joint, for shoulder flexion, for shoulder abduction, for shoulder extension, for elbow flexion, you still have to like memorize those things, right? But then, in addition to that, I want you guys to spend more time understanding. The sooner you start to understand a lot of these things, a lot of these pathologies, the better. So, going back to the title of this video, okay? I'm talking about passing the NPTE PTA State Board exam, right? That's what I'm talking about. And I've shared with you guys a lot of things and strategies for us to go out there and succeed. Number one, and you're going to hear me say this so many times, join the workshop. Join the workshop. Very simple, send an email, okay? And I'll take it from there. AKA LUSO, the number 40 at gmail.com. Okay, let's see who we have in the channel right now. We have Chi Official. Welcome to my channel. We have Jack. Welcome to my channel. Verena. Welcome to my channel. Grion. I'm sorry, Orion. I got these shades on, guys. Welcome to my channel. Guys, type of one right now. If you're in PTA school or if you're done with PTA school and you're getting ready to take your exam, I've shared a lot about who I am. Check out my videos. I've talked about that so many times. Yes, on YouTube, you might see this guy with this gray and black beard on other channels. I have more than one channel, but this channel is dedicated to the world of physical therapy. Specifically, okay, to a lot of us that are in PTA school right now, okay, a lot of us that are done with PTA school and we're getting ready to take the state board, okay, and a lot of us that just need one-on-one services or group workshop services to conquer this, okay. And I've shared a lot of you over the years, right? Maybe not on this channel. When I went back to PTA school, guys, I was, as a matter of fact, I was actually older than half, more than half of the people in my class. So age is not a barrier. Don't say to yourself, I'm thinking about going to this program and I'm this age and I'm that and that. No, age should not be a barrier. Don't put any restrictions on yourself. Another thing I want to share with a lot of us, according to the FSBPT, if we score a 400 or less on this exam 2 times in a row, that's it. We can't take the exam again. Can you imagine that, guys? That you take an exam and you score a 400, and then you take it a second time and score less than a 400? I don't want that to happen to anyone. It's not a good feeling. It is not. So at this point, 4 weeks left. Where do we stand? What are we doing? What exactly are we doing? As a matter of fact, when I say 4 weeks, guys, we all know that we're not going to be studying for 24 hours a day for the next 4 weeks. So we don't actually have 4 weeks left. It's less than that. It's less than 4 weeks, and we have to get this done. And I have what it takes for us to get this done. I've talked about crossing the bridge on my previous videos, right? You guys have heard me say a lot about crossing the bridge. When I say cross the bridge, is to get your license. We have to work together so you can cross that bridge and get your license. Don't worry about jobs. If you are out there in the United States of America right now, okay, don't worry about jobs. I don't know how it works in different parts of the world, what the job market looks like, but in America, it's promising, it's steady, it's on high demand right now. If you tell me right now that you have your license right now as a physical therapist assistant license in your state, I can actually help you find resources to get a job. So don't worry about the whole job situation. There's jobs everywhere. Focus right now on passing this exam. Like I said earlier, this exam, it hits different. If we think we're going to walk in there and just skate through this exam or float, no. It takes strategy, it takes wisdom, it takes knowledge. And this exam will test all those things inside of you: your knowledge, your perseverance, your patience, okay, your persistence. It will test all of those things. You will leave that exam hall after 4 hours like, wow, yeah. Okay, guys, sorry about that. So sorry about that. So yes, when I talk to you guys initially, I would like to find out things like that, okay? And then from there, we take it up. We take the next step, which is the help that you need, right? Because the reason I say this is, for some of you, it might be a knowledge gap situation. For some of you, it might be discipline as far as like the exam, timing yourself when you answer questions. For some of you, it might just be fear, right? So this is a lot of things that I like to find out when I chat with you and know how to customize the help that you need so you can go out there and succeed, right? I've done this. I took the exam, obviously. I got my license, and I'm here to reassure all of you that you can do the same. I've also said this, not that I digress too much, right? Watching me right now, and you're not in the world of healthcare. Try healthcare. Try healthcare. When you go into healthcare, I want you to go into things that require a license, like becoming a therapist, like becoming a nurse, all the things that require a license to practice. I want you to look into those things. Do your own research. I don't want you to be like, oh, I want to be a therapist because the channel, because I just gave you my name, because PTA coach is a therapist. I want you to do your own research, and I want you to be convinced that that's something that you want to do. Why healthcare, and why is it I'm talking about things that have a license? Because a lot of those things are very steady. The job market is very, very steady. You want to have a job so you'll be able to take care of your bills and move on with your life. That's just the truth of the truth of the truth. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to stop here for now. Um, as I stated earlier, tomorrow, hopefully, I'll try to carve out just even if it's 10 minutes, or maybe tonight. I don't know. Even if it's 10 minutes, carve out. And, guys, remember, you are victorious. You can pass this exam, and you will pass this exam. As a matter of fact, you have already passed this exam. I want you to tell yourself that you have passed this exam. All those videos out there that talk about failing, please disregard those videos. Even my videos, if you've ever watched or listened to any of my videos and I've talked about how like bad experiences, we don't need that right now. We need nothing but positive energy right now. That's what we need to succeed. Positive energy. You need to be reassured that you can do this. And I know you can. All of you are very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. You study, you review, you take your practice questions, you do everything necessary to succeed. You just need to cross that bridge. And I'm here to help you do that. I asked you guys in the past in one of my videos, how many of you have actually spoken to a licensed physical therapist assistant? Licensed, someone who can share a lot of wisdom and knowledge with you. When was the last time you did that? This guy right here talking to all of you, I'm not just some YouTuber, guys. I am actually licensed in the state of Texas. So I have a lot to share with a lot of you, regardless of wherever you are out there in America when it comes to the job market, when it comes to a day in the life of a PTA and everything, and working for companies and all that. I have a lot to share with a lot of you. All right, I'll stop right there. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you hit the